But the Susie Q of the day was, what would you wish you had more time to do? And I had mentioned cooking. Well, of course, there are lots of different professionals out there, professional chefs, and their favorite culinary creations that they make. And hey, if you're interested in getting fancy with the spices here, you definitely don't want to miss out on what's going to be coming up pretty soon. This is the Palate event brought to you by the Food for Greater Elgin. Now, I'm very happy to welcome here on to WRMN. We have Emily Tyler, who is the Director of Development here. Thank you so much for joining us, along with Dino as well. How are you both doing?
Great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for coming on with us today. And of course, Dino as well. Always good to see you.
We got a great big event they got coming on over here, Matt.
Awesome, awesome. So, Emily, tell me a little bit about yourself first and what got you started working with Food for Greater Elgin.
Sure, yeah. I've been with the pantry for about a year and a half and have worked in the nonprofit area for probably about 13 years now, and just love what Food for Greater Elgin does, their mission, and great people to work with. Our volunteers, our staff, our guests, it's a great place to be.
Absolutely. Now, what kind of fostered your interest in working for people? Was this something that was something you were always interested growing up, or was it something that had kind of grown as you got older?
Yeah, I think it's just kind of part of my being. I started my career in education, so that's a service career, and it's just kind of morphed. And I've always been interested in serving the community and serving others.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you work with great people. I know the executive director, Andres Diaz, he's got to be a heck of a good guy to work with.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my contact with him, along with Mike Warren, I guess one of your board members.
Yeah,
You've got a great crew over there working. You have a limited amount of people. And the amount of families, how many families does the Food for Greater Elgin service?
We feed about 150,000 people each year,
150,000.
which, translates to a little under 50,000 families.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
Isn't that amazing?
That's making waves.
Limited staff. You don't have a bunch of paid people working.
Yeah,
over
there's
there.
7 full-time staff. So we do all of that with 7 full-time staff, 1 part-time staff person, and then a lot of volunteers. We cannot do what we do without our volunteers. I always tell people if all of our volunteers called off sick one day, we couldn't run distribution because they are so essential to what we do.
Absolutely.
Amazing facility. If anybody has the opportunity, get over there, check it out. If you have the need, get over there. There's a website you can go to, which is ffeg.org, and obviously Food for Greater Elgin, ffeg.org. If you'd like to get a hold of this lovely lady just to my right, Emily, it's Tyler, Tyler, at ffeg.org. So you could reach her direct. But tell us about what's coming up. You got this pretty cool thing happening on Monday, I understand.
Yeah, we are really excited to have Pallet to Pallet. This is one of our 2 big fundraisers that we do each year. And we invite local restaurants to provide tastes of their food. So it's kind of a food tasting event, kind of a mini taste of Chicago, if you will. And people who attend can, roam the room and get different kinds of food at different tables. We've got about 13 vendors that will be in attendance to sample their foods. We've got some live music that will be on, and a photo booth, and of course, lots of really great raffle prizes to win. So
that culinary tasting is going to be such a fun thing to do, especially for those who want to try different experiences, different tastes. As I said earlier, get fancy with the spices, figuratively speaking, and literally as well, too. So
absolutely, yeah.
Very, very cool. Now, I know that it's coming up here on the 28th. Is there still time to be a vendor, or has that been closed at the time?
If we had a vendor who was really interested, they could definitely get in touch. It would be a little late, but we might be able to squeeze them in. But there's definitely still tickets available to come as an attendee. We had turned off ticket sales on Monday, but by popular demand, we've reopened registration, and we'll have that open through Thursday now.
How much are those tickets?
They're $75.
And all of that goes for the the you know,
All of
Food
that
for
goes
Greater
to the
Elgin,
pantry.
to
Yep.
the pantry.
Yep.
Now, some of these vendors that'll be attending, and they're going to be putting their culinary skills out for people's tasting. Are they some of the ones that also donate to the pantry some of their food?
We get most of our food from grocery stores.
Okay.
Because really we don't necessarily serve meals at the pantry. We people shop at the pantry like it's a grocery store. So we have all the ingredients that they can make great meals with.
Yep.
One of our vendors, Cafe Roma, is a vendor of ours that has been with us with this event for, I think, since its inception. They've been around and a great supporter over the years. So we're really glad to continue to have them on board.
I think that's great. And, you're dedicated to empowering people, neighbors, keeping food on their tables too. I think what's great also is, speaking from my experience doing volunteer work in high school, it's a life-changing experience. You get to see the smiles on people's faces when they get to, do shopping. And the aisles are always very nicely organized and everything too. And that was something that I had done too. So from my own personal experience, of course, it's something I recommend everyone tries out at least once.
Absolutely. We always need volunteers. As I said, we can't function without them. So we'd be happy to hear from any listeners to volunteer with us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And really, you speak about the facility. Sanitation is out of this world. I mean, the way everything is organized, nice and clean. When I toured the place twice now, and when I was there were guests in there, getting the items that they needed. There's never a, down your nose type of a look. The volunteers treat the people with the proper dignity. The respect there is just, it's outstanding what they've put together. And then Food for Greater Elgin was also a part of helping with this last initiative when they had the camp situation, and they went over to the Lexington, along with the Rotary Club, again, Mike Warren, with Andres, yourself. You were involved as well, Emily. They were able to get a refrigeration unit to have some of those meals, because you do have some of those meals that are ready. What do you call them?
Yeah, the factor meals.
Factor meals, yes.
Yeah, we get a lot of factor meals from the Northern Illinois Food Bank, and those are really good. They're tasty and nutritious, and they're already, you just throw them in the microwave. So we've taken a lot of those over to the Lexington Inn over the last few months.
Very good. Yeah. And again, this is such a great event to go to, because not only are you getting that experience of the culinary side of things, trying out different foods, but it's for a wonderful cause as well.
Yeah.
Which is very important. That's where at the heart is where it all is at.
Yeah, and it's really possible, this event is really possible because of the vendors that come. They donate all of their time, all of the food, so that all of the money that comes into this event can go straight back to the pantry. So we really are grateful for our vendors that are serving food and coming out.
And you have to remember, 150,000 people. Do you realize the amount of donations you have to receive and the amount of food that has to come across into those doors to service this? So, each and every one of the vendors, man, we give you a big salute and
Yes.
all the respect in the world for what you're doing. If anybody has a question and you want to talk to Emily direct, you can call us right now at 847-931-1410, 847-931-1410. And we also have this text if you're driving and you can't do that. It's 505-926-1410. 505-926-1410. Maybe you could, offer your time. You want to volunteer as being one of the attendants over there when they do the food distribution. Call Emily direct. Call one of us. We'll get the message, to the Food for Greater Elgin. It's a great organization. It really is. I can't speak highly enough about it, and the way that everybody works together. And they're doing this on 7 full-time employees. Can you imagine that? Wow. I mean, that's nothing, compared to the work that is produced out of there. So I really give you guys a lot of credit. So this is going to be, I mean, that's the business side of things. But this Palate to Palate, that's going to be just really a fun event.
Yes, it is. It's such a fun night.
Do you have the places that'll be there, man?
Yeah.
I know you were showing them once before.
I know that, of course, Cafe Roma is one of them. I do believe you can find the list available on the website as well, too. I know that they have some great pictures, of course, that are featured from different businesses. I still have yet to. I know. I think it's pronounced. Is it Be a Unique or Be Unique Kitchen?
Be unique. Well, they're not going to be there this year.
Okay.
They were one of our vendors last year. We've got Danny's Pizza is coming this year.
Sure.
We're really grateful for their support. They're always giving back to the community. Another great vendor that's always giving back to the community is Duke's Blues and Barbecue.
Nice.
So he'll be there with his barbecue. We've got El Patio, Elgin Public House.
Awesome.
La Cosecha is one we're pretty excited about too. They make tamales, and our staff we're all big fans of their tamales. So we're so glad they're going to be there to serve those up. Gorditas, main event is coming.
You looked right at me when you said gordita.
Hey now.
She did that, man.
Hey now.
She looked right at me.
No, they're just right over there. They're just right over there.
Yeah. I got it. But what a variety. I mean, you have quite a variety of food. So if they don't touch your palate, ain't nothing going to beat you.
Yeah, exactly. You're also going to have some great live music there, too.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
we've
fun.
got Jake. Jake will be there to sing and play the guitar. So, it's going to be a really fun night. We've got a photo booth that will be there for people to take pictures. And then we've had a lot of great donations of raffle prizes. So be sure, and if you're coming to the event, to purchase some tickets and win some prizes.
Awesome.
You're not going to walk away empty-handed.
Yeah.
And that $75 ticket is really nothing by way of what it is, where that money and what those funds go to, what it's really going to supply.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you.
That's what it's about, too. So, folks, if you want to check out more information, feel free to visit their website, foodforgreaterelgin.org. And what's great, too, is I noticed this under supporting Palate to Palate as well. Your email and number are also provided as well, too. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to email or call Emily as well for any of that. Or, of course, tune in here to WRMN. We always like to keep you up to date on that as well. So.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us today. And, of course, what do you hope people can get out of this event? For those, of course, even if they're just going to taste some of the culinary foods.
Well, of course, you're going to taste some really fabulous food, but we also hope that you learn something about Food for Greater Elgin and the impact that we have on the community, and the great work that is done at the warehouse, at the pantry.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Emily, so much for joining us, of course, here on Out to Lunch. Perfect time to do it. Out to Lunch here at WRMN.
Exactly.
And we greatly appreciate it. And we'll definitely have you on many, many times, of course, as well.
And let's give that website one more time. If anybody wants to go direct, you see everything about this, you can go to ffeg.org.
And just to be sure, it's FFGE.
I'm sorry, am I saying it wrong?
Food for Greater Elgin.
Oh, I did it backwards.
FFGE. No, that's okay. That's okay. Food for Greater Elgin.
Food for Greater Elgin.
You got it.
And if you want to get a hold of Emily direct, it's etyler at ffge.org.
There you
I got
go.
it right this time. Palate to Palate, April 28th. It's Monday. And what time does this thing start?
Starts at 5:30 to 8:30.
Dinner time.
That's right.
So if you come hungry, there's going to be a lot there for you.
Skip the dishes.
That's all. You don't even have to do the dishes.
Exactly.
How do you like that?
Exactly.
And it's
A Monday
only
night.
$75.
Yeah.
My God, I can think of 3 places already. You could probably get $75 worth of food there.
There you go.
No yelling
You're
at
helping a great cause.
Exactly. No yelling at each other. Oh, this got to go in the dishwasher here. And that's what my brother does.
Is Andres going to be roaming around that day?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, he's a good
course.
man. He does a great job.
Yeah.
Very cool.
He was so instrumental in making sure we had the proper things to assist the city, when they had the over at the Lexington, and with Greg Schiller worked together again with Mike. I mean, it's nice to see, like what you're talking about, the community come together. And this is an organization that, again, helps the community. Right. So by you coming together, all you're doing is you're helping yourself. If that time ever comes. You never know when you're going to need that pantry. And that pantry is there to help everybody.
That's right.
They don't look down their nose at no one. They give you all the dignity. They give you all the respect. And you know what? This is a great thing. I wish more communities had this as good as they do. Food for Greater Elgin, everybody. Pallet to Palate, April the 28th. Tickets are only $75.
Yeah.
So the tickets are still open. And you could call. Is there a phone number they can call?
Yeah. You can call me at 224-242-3374.
There you go. And
Make that phone call.
It's going to be at the beautiful Center of Elgin's Heritage Ballroom, too.
Yes.
Plenty of space.
Yes. Thank you for mentioning the location. That's an important piece.
100 Symphony Way.
Yeah, there you go. Awesome.
I had it on my sheet, but I didn't even see it. I already messed up the website. I figured I'm not even going to want to go to the address. So ffge.org, all the answers to every one of your questions would be right there. And if not, you're able to reach Emily. It's on that website as well. You want to call us at 847-931-1410. We'll help you anytime as well.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for joining us today, Emily.
Yes,
Always
thank you,
greatly
Matt.
Appreciate it. Of course, that's Food for Greater Elgin. Folks, we're going to take a quick time out. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch here with WRMN AM 1410. I'm going to keep their website up on the screen for those of you who are watching on YouTube so you can see it. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a little bit.